like, oh yeah, so like he must be a freshman because like he's a student at HSA.
He had too much of a personality for.
Yeah.
Like he showed up and he was like very much a full-fledged person.
Yeah, like he understands.
Probably because he wasn't part of the Smash.
Yeah, exactly. Like he understands like himself. No, he understands himself. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah. This venue is dead.
Yeah.
Can't handle it for Brandy. It is late.
You know. Also, like we banned a lot of good players who would be here late anyways.
Yeah. But that's fine. We're here.
Yeah.
We're banned. Yes.
10:35. Maybe I don't sit around for rounds.
That's gonna be fast.
We'll see. We'll see how Lucius Finals goes.
Yeah. So already a really, really convincing lead here for D Twizzy. And this is like a match where if you saw it in DMS bracket, you're like, oh, Twizzy got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
and another thing to note, just like thinking ahead, is that like both of these players did lose to like J-Tank will, no matter what, be facing off against somebody who he re-owed earlier this bracket.
oh yeah.
Essentially. Which also, like, again, another reason why, like, my Kirby being really cool. Also, that's like a 4 matchup for so
Nobody's playing these matchups. They're just playing players.
No, exactly. I think Mike Kirby would not play the game. But he would have a lot of games to figure it out, which, as we've seen, like, goes somewhere.
Yeah. But that would only be if he beat Greenix. And Greenix currently being beat by Twizzy quite a good bit. I wonder if the edgeguard is going to come into effect here at these later percents, but we're going to have to see.
I'm also curious, like, how often this was played, right? Like, it can't have been more than once or twice, even as long as they've both been here.
I wonder. I mean, you could always like bring up Smash Data and be a nerd about it, but we can also just speculate instead.
I'm gonna say these two have played 2 times and gone 1-1.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. That's good for the culture.
Yeah. Like now there's like a storyline, right? Where like they both play against each other. Like
anybody could win.
Anybody can win.
Even though Twizzy is absolutely slapping cheeks right now.
I don't think Twizzy does that.
Okay.
Just a guess.
You don't think she has like a little chipmunk head?
Well, I think she's the one who gets her cheeks wet.
Oh, okay, got it.
Like, have you seen her boyfriend?
No.
Yeah? He's been here before, like several times. He just like sits in the corner. Like,
bye, Twizzy! Upbeat.
Yeah.
Twizzy laughing. You laughing again? Sad.
Yeah, like when Twizzy loses the game.
Okay, so good reversal there by Twizzy. So.
The classic D-Twizzy down smash.
Yeah, she does it a lot, and it works.
People really have to get away with it, and still do something because there's a constant cut of vision.
All right, too many of these clay pigeons are working, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it sort of makes sense for their like,
what a call out!
Yeah.
The instant call out on the jump or whatever.
And it makes sense that the clay pigeons are working on Ness just because he's a character who wants to be like 1 jumping around a lot and 2 like pressing buttons. Like, I would say Nessus can't express patience, but like...
But you can get in the way of clay pigeon with stuff like Nair. Like, you can bat it out of the way. That's what a lot of characters end up doing. It's like, okay, you can throw clay pigeon at me, but I'm just going to hit you. Anyways, I'm just going to hit you with a move.
I guess. Well, it's only game 1, you know. Unix has time to do some shit on it.
18 damage from that kill. And the gun. When you're against Greenix, it is. Just overall, Greenix is having a lot of trouble with this zoning. You really can't stay in. And he also could really use a lot more patience.
Yeah, it's, you know, like you were talking about with like J-Tank, for instance. Like, J-Tank is not like patient by any means, but like he waits a bit, right? Mm-hmm. Like he's good at beating like arcading other players because he understands that like if you just let somebody like dash for something, oh my goodness.
Ness is gonna do something, and it's probably gonna be towards you. So that's a good dash back answer.
If you want to bet that Ness is gonna press a button, like, you're probably making a profit that day.
Yeah. And so that's really just been Twizzy's MO, is Ness is gonna run at me, I'm gonna put a thing in his way, and Greenix is running into it. I know there's a degree of like, okay, well, if I'm never close to Duck Hunt, I'm never gonna like force an option, but like, you can take time to like consider. Like, it's pretty important to be like, okay, I'm getting Yo, I'm getting kind of domed right now.
Like, not even just time to consider. Just like sometimes, if you every so often don't immediately run in and like wait a second, that forces you to think like
Maybe this ain't it.
yeah, like what if they like what if they do that again?
If I throw a clay pigeon and I'm not actionable for a full second,
Yeah.
that might affect me.
Like if my opponent is reacting to what I'm doing, or like waiting a moment to change their timing, then maybe they get a better angle. But instead, we just have full foot on the gas green X,
Yeah.
as they call them.
Yeah, they do call them that.
Gassy green X.
Gassy Greenix. Man, it's late.
Yeah. You can commentate for a little bit.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Gunman doing a lot of damage there.
That'll happen sometimes. It's just like you'll be running in and like fast and watches you.
That's a combo?
Sure.
I don't even feel like that was the combo. I feel like up air into up air was more damage. But she wanted to get that up smash.
Ooh. Phoenix was saved by actively not falling to the platform despite trying to.
Alright, Greenix beating the hell out of that gunman.
Really
Gunman
does
did-
not like immigrants.
Did absolutely nothing. I think those guys live here.
Ooh! Yeah.
Wow.
That was just a bit of advantage from Peach Wizard.
Yeah, she just kind of outplayed her opponent.
You know, every so often, like, you go to understand that, like, Duck Hunt, like, a lot of, like modern zoners and fighting games is just, like, using projectiles not just to zone, but also to set up, like, nasty offense.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, sometimes, like, you would see this, like, when Duck Hunt presses, like, back air onto a can. Like, all of a sudden, Duck Hunt is now covering, like, the entire stage, like, in, like, half a second.
Yeah.
He makes us thinking here, and I don't blame him.
Maybe go into town. Okay.
Maybe.
I guess back throw kills earlier.
Maybe you go Instant here and just kind of
Go here.
To be fair, like if Instant just keeps like countering like cams and shit, eventually that gets like the risk reward becomes way worse for defense.
Your risk reward is you can't hit the fucking dog. Like,
Anywho.
agree, yeah. If you can get the Alola move, if you can get like the forward air or something that does like 50 damage, go for it. I just have this weird feeling that you're not gonna hit the dog.
Or if you do, you've taken like I get it. But like, you know, I mean but like try out Instant.
Okay, so we almost saw the most whack shit this tournament, but
Okay,
we're about to see a little bit more. Another down air. What does Greenix do? The down smash? Is that gonna do it? Not quite. D-Twizzy throwing the Nair too early, and Greenix with signs of life, finding that edge guard, perhaps realizing, as many of us have, that you can just beat the shit out of the dog off stage. You can't do much. He's quite helpless, unfortunately. Oh, like, look!
Oh my
What
God.
is this?
That actually was a situation where it's not hopeless.
Yeah, but even still, that was a ton of damage to Duck Hunt.
Yeah, still 81% off functionally one in play.
Up air, not gonna kill.
Not
Thank you, Town and City. That was the thing that you picked, by the way, Green. Let us remind.
To be fair, he's probably not trying to knock that out.
Yeah, he hasn't been getting many up airs, so it's fine. Looking for a spot dodge there. Trying to get the spot dodge punish with the back air, but doesn't quite get it. Twizzy getting the big can combos. You have to DI those up if you want to avoid that can. Or sometimes you can't avoid it, but you should give yourself the best chance.
You know, up also.
Oh my god, center stage. Yeah, that's town. Like, that's what you go here for. One thing, I haven't really seen a lot of absorbs.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of like PSN Magnus's like team tools. I don't know if what was actually that good, right? Because it's infrequent that like you're getting like
Not like the tick of the hitbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
and also like you know,
Let's-
because can isn't like its own thing and like technically moving alongside it.
That was Greenix holding in.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's what D3's entire run tonight has been like. Her opponent is holding in, and every so often she's able to punish it from there.
Yeah.
Because like, what else are they allowed to do against Duckman?
Wait. You can wait a little bit. She's eventually... That can. You could definitely get that one for free.
But like, players who do not want to, who have, you know, oh,
They just want to go.
They just want to go.
And look, like every single successful nest is very aggressive like this, but it's measured.
Yeah.
It's measured. It's spaced. It's not just unga and bunga.
Like, you gotta understand, like, the way to be... Oh, good punch. You have to understand that, like, the players that you're watching who are, like, super hype, and, like, you're like, oh, man, this guy makes aggression work so well, like, first of all, they're being defensive.
Yeah,
But
you
also,
need to pull back.
But also, like, they have, like, science behind it, right? Like, they are very good at, like, analyzing what their opponent is doing, and, like, making very safe.
I think that in a lot of fighting games, it's seen as, like, the aggressive styles are much easier to play.
Yes.
And I think in Smash, as some characters, the aggressive style at higher levels is much harder to play.
Oh, no, that's a really bad spot dodge for doing that.
Yeah. And what's the scramble going to turn out? Okay, Greenix needs to find a bit of a...
He's just throwing out kill moves. He wants to so badly.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Really good timing except...
Tracy is so much better. She's so much better disciplined.
Yeah.
Like, she's not freaking out. She's up so many games, and
Well,
Greenix
it's all come down to this.
unplugged.